Hey guys, Shadow Reviewer here. Today I am reviewing the majority of Legend of Korra, Book 2, Spirits. Is it good as Book 1 Air, or is it a step back? Well, it's a step back, but fair to say, it's actually not that bad. So starting off with the positives, the fight scenes once again are top notch. I mean, there's plenty of them. Multiple spirit fights, Juan versus Vatu, Katara versus Unalak Vatu. That stuff is beautifully done. The big kaiju battle at the end, I'll get to that in a bit, is honestly just perfect. Even Unalak versus Tonrak was pretty damn decent. So yeah, I have to say, I think the action sequences in this are fantastic. Even Bolin's bit in episode 11 was pretty decent. And speaking of the finale, I thought the finale is done much better than season 1's finale. One, the big kaiju battle. The storylines merging together beautifully. I thought it was a decent finale. Everything wrapped up neatly and with a nice message at the end. And my final positive, the way they build up the Avatar lore. Now, you got a little bit of that in the original series with Avatar Roku, and even one of the Kyoshi warriors back in a previous life. But what we get in Legend of Korra, it's improved so much. I mean, for one, it goes back to the beginning. Hence my two favorite episodes, both beginnings part 1 and 2. And where they depict Juan being the very first Avatar is honestly fantastic. Good writing, really interesting character, and a really good journey that makes me like the guy. I thought the way they built up the very first episode, Avatar, was top notch. Absolute beautiful, absolute great cherry on a gorgeous Sunday. Great lore. And sadly, that's my only positives about this season. Starting off with the mixed aspects, I'll start off with the characters. I'll leave 2 out of the equation, I'll get more into them. But the side characters and main ones, they're 50-50 for me. Now, I am mixed on Korra. Now, at times, she is honestly not that bad. She helps people out of the consciousness of her heart. She may do reckless things, but hey, family's on the line. Sometimes you gotta do stupid crap, but for good reasons. But then there are other times she's just there. But hey, at least she did better than season 1. Yeah, I'll get to that. I think Marco and Bolin suffered the most. Now, there are times where I do like Marco. I mean, his frustrations on trying to get into Korra's good graces sadly didn't work out. I'll get more into their romance in the mixed aspect. Bolin sadly has it worse. Now, again, I did like his action sequence in chapter 11, but the way he turns his back on his brother, that's so out of character. I don't know why they made him such a damn tool. I know being the main star of a TV show can change you, but not in a way that makes you turn back on your own family. Bruh. I think Asami's been pushed to the background, either being a tool or just there. She added little to nothing to the season, to be honest. Hopefully she gets better character in books 3 and 4. 4 especially. Who else is there? Now, I like Kaya and Boomy. I thought they were a really good brother and sister dynamic to Tenzin. More on him later. I like Kaya. Pretty much, pretty much kind of Katara, but yeah, she's pretty much Katara, but with a little bit of softer side. Now, I am split on Boomy. Now, for one, he seems like a nice dude. Kind of a bumbling idiot at times, but him rescuing the gang in chapter 12, that's way too stupid even for me. I'm sorry. I like the guy, but that's way too convoluted. But there are times when they get along with Tenzin, despite Tenzin being Aang's favorite. Yeah, that's my problem. Yeah, I'll get to my negatives. I'll get into that. But I kind of like them, despite the writing giving them not much to do, but hey, you take what you can get. What else is there? I thought Korra's parents were really well played. Especially Tonrak. I think he gets good development as being wrongfully banished for something he didn't even know what happened, and he has a good relationship with Korra. I buy their father and daughter dynamic. Korra may be a bit of ditz at times, but she was let out of the dark after all. What would you do? Once again, Tenzin and his family are the highlights as always. Tenzin especially. Even in his lowest moment, he still provides a little entertainment and really good drama. I like even Tenzin's kids get more development. Milo being Milo. Iki had one episode to shine, but the one that I think gets the most development, in a good way, Janora. I thought Janora's connection with the spirits was a legit clever idea, and I like she adds more to the story, helping Korra during the final battle and trying to help Korra. I like that she actually, she ends up becoming the damsel in distress, although to be fair, she entered the spirit world not through the portals. What did you expect her to do? I mean, she can't airbend. But yeah, I thought Tenzin and his family were really well written. Still the best. Despite the kids having their little silly moments, but they're still being kids. Still being kids. And now on to the main villain, Unalaq, Korra's uncle and Tonrak's brother. Now, it's obvious they were going to set him up as the antagonist. And when they revealed it, I kind of predicted that in the very first episode. He wasn't very subtle when he said, "I've got plans for you." Yeah, Amon, you're not. But I had to admit, as the season progressed, he got better. For one, he became more intimidating. Severely defeating his brother, kidnapping Jinora and using her as leverage. Pretty much, separating Rava from Korra was a dark moment. And while his world domination tactics was somewhat, he's a 50-50 boy. At the start he was pretty lame, but at the end, he was pretty good. So yeah, definitely not up the levels of Amon, who was perfect all the way. Unalaq isn't that bad. Thankfully, it rewards you at the end with his character. Now for the romance. The romances in here aren't great. Korra and Mako especially. Now, there were times I legit buy them as a couple, but there are times where Korra pushes Mako out of the way, Mako backstabs Korra and reports her to the president, which, if you've watched my ranking, I said that was him and that was really stupid character assassination. And then I think breaking up was honestly the smartest thing, but hey, at least they ended things on good terms, but still not a great couple. And as for Bolin, he has two romances. One with his co-star from Nantak Hero of the South, and one of the twins, who, yes, I just realized I forgot to mention, they're fine. I thought Bolin's girlfriend was a little kooky, even kind of a psycho at times, but she was fine. I just feel like they don't know what to give Bolin to do, so why not just one, but two romances? None of them work. One being dismissive and the other one being outright clingy. It's just Sadly, Bolin gets none of it, so kinda pointless. But it's not insultingly bad, but nah. And now on to my last mixed aspects, the story. Now, I like the main story, where Unalaq attempts to trick Korra into opening the gates so he can release Vaatu, merge with him, become the Dark Avatar. Now that's a cool story. But there are multiple subplots that tag in. I'm like, I want more of Unalaq's Unalaq and Korra's story, not this. Now, while Tenzin's side plot wasn't too bad, it was obviously there, so it reminds me, oh yeah, he's a character. Then we got Bolin's story, which is not great. They made him an absolute tool, and it downgrades him to be an absolute dunderhead. Then you got Marco's story, where he wants to be promoted to a detective, while also trying to expose Varric. I'll get to him. But yeah, it just feels too bloated with too many storylines. Now, I get it. You want to give Asami, Bolin, and Marco the dude. They are part of Team Avatar in the previous season after all, but maybe tie them in with Korra's story or something. Well, yeah, they are a little bit, but not as much. Well, thankfully they are during the season finale. It's like too little too late for me. Either just cut the stories in half or focus more on the actual main story, which is honestly the best one. And Tenzin's story is not too bad either. Now on to my negatives. I'll start with Aang. The way they depict Aang in Legend of Korra is completely totally backwards. So, from what I'm hearing of it, apparently he favored Tenzin and pretty much pushed Bumi and Kaya to the side. And yes, Bumi is named after Aang's best friend, King Bumi from the original series, and Kaya is named after Katara and Sokka's mother. So, kind of makes Aang look like a terrible father. Thankfully, Katara is a good mother. She loves all three of her children, but it just feels weird somehow. I think it's because A, Tenzin looks exactly like him, and 2, he's an airbender. So, they kind of changed his character, and I don't like it. Thankfully, Katara stays the same. Thank you. But Aang? No, that's stupid. No, I don't like it. What they depict here in Season 2 is just awful. And speaking of awful, we've got our secondary antagonist, Varric. A rich, egotistical, in over his head weirdo. I find him a goddamn annoying. Now, I haven't built up that much when I reviewed the episodes he was in. The guy gets on my nerves. He is not funny, and he's goddamn boring. Wherever he's on screen, either he is not very subtly evil, or just a complete moron. I mean, I get it. You want to give Marco and Bolin a villain, someone to coerce with, but not only does it make Marco completely useless, but it deprives Bolin from being a complete idiot. I mean, for 11 episodes straight, he doesn't know that Varric is the obvious bad guy. Hello. So yeah, he's not funny enough to be comedy relief, and he's not intimidating enough to be evil. He sucks at both, and I hate this character. And you would think he finally out of the picture, but no. During the season finale, he breaks out, and I don't think he'll be ever seen again. And yes, I might contradict that myself if he comes back in book 3 or book 4, but I really don't like Varric's character. I hope they don't bring him back. If they do, either they make him better, or they're gonna make him worse. I don't like Varric. He's the one character in Legend of Korra Book 2 that I hate the most. He's not funny, he's not intimidating, he is just annoying. And that's just my vast opinion. So, is Season 2 bad? No. Is it good as Season 1? No. Does it have some things that improve on it? Definitely. I think the season finale is a lot better. I thought the fight sequences were much more creative. And I think building up the lore of the Avatar was spot on. I just wish they toned down the too many storylines, make the romances a little better, and stop assassinating characters that you developed back in season 1 and just make them stupid or just outright unlikable. Hopefully if they do for book 3 and book 4, give us better villains. I mean, Unlock isn't bad, it's just a bit of a slog to listen to, although to be fair, he does get better later. And again, like I said, if you're gonna bring Varric back, make him an actual threat. Or, if you're trying for the community, make him actually funny. I never once laughed at any of his jokes. And that's the end of the video, folks. Hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up, like and comment and subscribe, and I hope to get more videos like this. Speaking of which, Sunday, I'll start with Legend of Korra, Book 3. Keep an eye out for that video. Can't wait to do it. Until then, I'm the Shadow Reviewer, signing off.